Wagwan, wagwan, wagwan. It's your boy Big Truck. You already know what time it is. So, shocking news, updates on this Karmelo Anthony situation. I just did a live stream. So, go on to my channel. First, subscribe, like, comment, and share the video. But you look at all things, and that's the thing that we want to focus on, looking at everything from every angle. What the possibilities could be if we looked at it this way. What the possibilities could be if we looked at it that way. You ever shoulder pads in your helmet and peep this out?
Legends of the street, that's a walking legend right there. Legendary, they whisper about him in corners.
In the Karmelo Anthony murder case came forward to make a statement, and we missed a lot about the whole incident. At the time of the incident, there should have been many students around. Let's listen to what he said.
It was raining. It got rained out like crazy bad. Everybody trying to get back to their cars or get in, places where they, wouldn't get all extra wet. Dude was sitting up on the tent, right? He was on his phone, right?
Now this right here is a witness who claims that he was there. Okay? So let's keep that in mind. Let's continue to be open-minded. Let's continue to look into things instead of looking at things. Let's go.
My daughters was up under the same goddamn tent. Yeah. So I'm paying attention to my kids, but at the same time, they're in the same vicinity. So I'm watching everything going on around it because I'm there for my children. So dude walks up. McKellen, bro, he wasn't even under the tent at the time. They came from a whole separate tent and walked over there. They intentionally went over there to this kid, man. Dude was sitting there on his phone just trying to get dry. You feel me? One thing went from another. They grabbed this man.
My question would be, why did those two brothers go messing with Karmelo? Was there words being exchanged? What happened that led up to that? Now, you do have some scenarios where you have bullies that will target certain individuals. You do have that. I've even been targeted in high school, in junior high school. Because the bully thought that I was that guy for them to pick on. They fuck around and found out later, but I can understand. Using myself as an example. Some say, Big Truck, what's your opinion on this and that? I don't have one. My job, my thing as a person that shares truth or a speaker of truth, I gather information, I put it together, and I share it. I take myself out of the equation. In some situations, I will use myself as an example to implement points being made. Let's make that clear.
And they tried to punch on dude. Dude went in his bag, and they went to try to jump this dude and punch on this dude, man. And he protected himself, dude. That's what happened. Yeah, it wasn't just one. It was both of them, bro. Austin, the dude that got unalive, and his brother physically went over there to intentionally. It's not to the point that he brought a knife. For one, it wasn't on school property. The school is at least 5 to 10 miles away. It was community track meet, bro.
It happened, but I'm gonna tell you what I don't like. That brother getting death threats, his family getting death threats, that's not right. Caucasian nation, when y'all unalive one of us, y'all tell us to be quiet, sit still, and let justice run its course. That's what y'all tell us.
We got a point.
Y'all told us that with Sonia Bland. Y'all told us that with Michael Brown.
I have to agree with Dr. Omar Johnson on this. Okay? I definitely have to agree. Bullying, here's the thing. When you get bullied, if you ever been bullied before, leave a comment and let me know your story, your take on it. I can remember when I got bullied. I got my head flushed down the toilet. I got stuffed in the locker. I had my lunch taken away from me. I've had my glasses broken and put back in my jacket pocket. So I know what it's like. My father had all of us in the garage. You see, I'm going to teach y'all how to be a hand technician so that when y'all are faced in a situation, y'all can defend yourself by any means necessary. Now, if you defend yourself and whatever that outcome be, if it's for the right reasons, I'm not going to punish you. But if it's for the wrong reasons, meaning you starting shit, you causing problems, I'm going to deal with you. So I know what it's like to get bullied. I don't go around bullying people. I can't stand bullies. When I be hearing modern feminist women talk, that masculine controlling mentality, that masculine controlling voice, walking in them type of ways, that irritates the fuck out of me. Because that's a sign of bullying. That's a sign of controlling. Y'all may not look at it that way, but that's what it is.
You got a point.
This right here smells like shit. A whole lot of things is off with this. And we're going to hear more and more and more things being revealed as time go on until the time the court begins, the court proceedings begin.
Y'all told us that with Sonia Massey. Y'all told us that with Amir Locke. Y'all told us that with Amar Arbery. Y'all told us that with Philando Castile. Y'all said, sit still, Negro Nation. Sit still, Africans, and let justice run its course.
Race is not where the line is drawn. It's God's side and the other side.
And this is why, when it comes to us black men and black women, we have to stop with this division, rhythm, and roll bullshit. Because all of this stuff here, creating division, when something like this happens, now you want to come together. Now you want to talk about Black Lives Matter. When you got your own race cutting your throat. When you got your own race choking the life out of you.
You got a point.
Why not have that same energy towards one another? Hey, my sister, let me love on you. Hey, my brother, let me love on you. Hey, my black sister, I respect you. Hey, my black brother, I respect you. Where's that at? Where's that type of energy at? You know what? I love me some black woman. I love me some black beauty. I love me some black booty and brains and so forth. Same thing. Love you some brother. Love you some black man. Love that black masculinity. But no, all of this division. But see, the other side know who to use to destroy the black home.
Is in his bag, according to the police report, that touch me and see what happens. Now, he's not afraid for his life, right? Because he could walk away. Just like when he stabbed the person, he ran away. So it doesn't appear that he's afraid for his life because he's sitting there taunting and suggesting a physical engagement with somebody, right? It's like, come on, touch me, see what happens. He's inviting conflict. And he knows, this is why they charged him with first-degree murder. Because he knows he has a knife, and he knows that he's going to stab him with a knife as soon as they touch him. Not hit him, not assault him, not jump him, not pull a knife on him or pull a gun on him. If they simply touch him, he's going to use deadly force against somebody to kill them.
Now, looking at it from a certain standpoint, like I said, worked law enforcement. This is the way that I look at it. Do I agree or disagree? It is what it is. My opinion don't matter. I'm putting content together and I share it. But one thing I will say is right is right, wrong is wrong.
The truth is the light.
You have a weapon. It's not the same level of threat. Could be. It all depends. He has a weapon. It's two of them. Could that match the level of threat? Yes or no? Now, he had a weapon. If one of them two had a weapon, that would match the level of threat. I know the law is weird like that, but you have to look at it from a certain standpoint and think logic and get out your feelings and emotions for a little bit. He was being bullied. By any means necessary, he had to protect himself. You know, they came over there to him. Now, should he could have called his coach? Yeah, that's one theory. He could have called his coach. You know, he could have got up and removed himself from the situation. He could have went that route too. But this was the route that he chose to take. Okay? Again, we have to look at things from every angle. Okay? Let's continue.
And whether you intend to kill a person or not is irrelevant because you're utilizing deadly force against another person. So when you say, touch me and see what happens, that's where they develop premeditation. Meaning that he knew he had the knife, he concealed the knife, so they didn't know he had the knife, but he knew and premeditated, when they touch me, I'm going to stab them. No matter what force is being used, I'm going to stab them. And then they said they touched him, and he said, well, hit me, and I'm going to stab you. The same scenario. He could walk away, but he didn't, because he knew that if they touched him or did anything, he wanted to stab and kill whoever was in his way. And that's exactly what he ended up doing. Now, the proportionality of force. First of all, self-defense can't be initiated. You can't initiate a conflict and then claim self-defense. Second, the use of a deadly weapon has to be proportional, meaning that if I just grab your T-shirt and say, man, move out the way, and you shoot me to death, that's disproportionality of use of force. Because a person that used deadly force have to have evidence that a reasonable person would believe that that person feared serious bodily injury. A black eye is not serious bodily injury. A busted lip is not serious bodily injury. They have to fear serious bodily injury and or death, meaning that I
went through this exact same class when I got my my concealed weapon permit, my concealed permit to carry, and also to get my hands registered because I cage fight. This was the exact same conversation. I mean, they drill it, because if I draw my firearm and I put that person to sleep, I got to justify why. And if that person does not have a weapon that can cause bodily harm, that can put me in danger, I'm in trouble. Now, if that person had a firearm which matched the level of threat, okay, it's justifiable. Because you have a firearm, he has a firearm. Y'all was exchanging exchanging rounds, we'll say. But you caught him, put him to sleep. Okay, it's justifiable. Using that scenario. This is where we have to think logic and be logic and get out of our feelings and emotions.
He believed that they were going to kill him, or he believed they were going to use a deadly weapon against him. So he overcame that force with deadly force. But when you say a person has touched you and you're going to use deadly force against them, it's disproportional. If you say hit me and the person never hit him, he was never punched, he was never physically assaulted with a strike, with any instrument or fist or anything. According to the police report, they shoved him, pushed him out of the tent. That's not deadly force. Pushing somebody does not necessitate deadly force. Pushing somebody is a hard argument to say, I feared that I was going to receive serious bodily injury or even be killed because the person asked me to get out the tent, I refused, and then he pushed me and I thought he was going to kill me. So I stabbed him in the heart. Premeditated. This wasn't a scuffle.
We got a point.
I hope that I was able to break things down and bring it home and at least open up your eyes with some clarity here. Once again, we don't rule out nothing. But we look into things instead of looking at things, and we break things down from every angle, being logic and open-minded. Why we break it down. This is very, very serious. And the way things look, I cannot stand race hustlers. I cannot stand people that make profit off of other people's death. I cannot stand that. I can't stand when people use situations as a door opener, not just to make profit, but to make themselves look good and to bang on somebody else. Don't care if it's another gender or race. Take responsibility. You know what you did was wrong. You did it. You admitted what you did it. You ran. Again, you brought a weapon to a track meet. I done had many track meets. I ain't bring nan one weapon to a damn track meet. I done had track meets in the daytime. I done had track meets at night. I done had track meets in the cold. I done had track meets in the rain. Even having track meets in the rain, I ran to my own tent to be with my teammates. I done been to track meets where we done had athletes from other schools come try to bully. I ran and told my coach. However, even my teammates would step up and be like, "What's cracking? What you doing over here? Why you messing with our teammate? You need to go somewhere with that shit. Run 8 miles with that bullshit." How come his teammates didn't defend him? Where was his teammates at? It's a lot of questions. Something just seems off. But again, we'll find out as the days, weeks lead up to the court proceedings. I'm quite sure more things are going to be revealed, left and right and right and left. Don't use race as a come up because you have some that do. I love my black people. I love my black brothers and my black sisters when you're doing something good. But I can't support foolishness. I will not support foolishness. The truth will come out sooner than we think, the way things are going right now, especially on social media. However, take that with you. Live your best life. Men and women, be safe, play safe, be smart, use wisdom. It's your boy Big Truck. I love you. One.